right, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Ray here in the cut, along with Miss
Alyssa.
And this is Bullshit podcast. Y'all been complaining, saying y'all want a female on this bitch, and now we got one, okay? So, all right. So, our topic for today is seeing the difference and red flags between a man and a woman. So, Miss Alyssa, our guest, why don't you go first? What are some red flags that you see in a man?
So, some red flags for sure. It really depends on, like, all the situations, of course. Like my recent red flag was, like, if a guy, first, if they respond super late, like, if they can't keep a conversation between hours at a time, red flag, automatically.
Wait.
No.
What do you mean by that, like, super late? Because you gotta be specific.
No. Okay, first, it's like, if he only texts you past 10 o'clock, red flag.
Okay, I guess that.
Past 10 o'clock, red flag.
Yeah, it's booty popping hours. That's how it works.
Yeah. And if he only messaged you, like, if you send a message and then he doesn't respond like 6 hours later and then he responds, and that's like a continuous like pattern, red flag automatically, because he obviously doesn't prioritize you enough, and if it doesn't find you interesting enough, or he's talking to other bitches. So. Okay,
but is this just for any guy, or is this specifically like guys that you're talking to?
No, generally any guy. Because just think, like, if you're actually interested, you'll keep a conversation with them. You're not gonna wait 6 hours at a time, 7 hours at a time to respond to a message.
You know, people nowadays are like, oh, I wanna tease him a little bit, so I'm not gonna respond to him and shit like that. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, red flag. Like, obviously a waste of time then.
Okay. I'm just saying. Okay, so that's one red flag. Are there any others that you believe in besides the time one?
Okay, there's lots of red flags. How about we do scenarios, and you'll be like, see how many red flags that person, because I have this rule based on how long your name is, right? Like, say, like his name is like Christian, right? That's how many red flags that person gets, how many letters are in their name, in their first name. So if your name's like Adam, snooze you lose. Like, get your shit together, you know?
Hey, well, if he shows more red flags than the number, then you're wrong. Then
no, I'm just saying. So like for example, like, we're gonna use your nickname, Ray. You get red flags. That's it.
Yeah, it's just
that's it.
1, 2, 3. I'm out. Right. Like, that's how it works.
But also,
and look, you got 6 red flags, so you're just twice as bad as me.
Mm-hmm. So
don't make you too enticing.
So that's like a rule I have. Depending on how long their name is how many red flags they get.
And does that just count for their first name, or like does that count for the whole name?
Just first name.
Okay, you know, some people got some long first names because they combine, you know, because of family and stuff. I don't know. Okay. And okay, I've never heard of that one.
You never? I like that rule. That's like a good rule for me. It keeps like a boundary. Like, once you have so many red flags, you're like, no, not worth it. Next.
Well, okay, I have a question. So, for a red flag, is it just something that, like, you think that person just does, or like they can get rid of?
Sometimes they can be like patterns, behaviors you notice. That, you know, red flags are basically things that you know you're not going to like in the relationship, or things that are not compatible.
I know, but can't you just tell them that, you know, that's what the whole relationship part is, communicating? You're like, hey, I don't like you doing.
Yes, but if it's still in the talking stage, then you want to be fully like commit, like, you want to get to this point where you're like, hey, this can work out. I haven't seen any problems. I think a relationship would be good. If I go out with say, for example, I was supposed to be on a recent date, right? Okay. For example, homie is late. Okay, red flag. Okay. First red flag. Okay, Then lies about why he was late. That's the second red flag.
I thought he didn't lie.
No. Definitely lied.
Okay, you were telling half parts of the story then, because you did not say that.
Who wanders and tries to find a person's house for over an hour?
I don't know. I'm not that guy. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. That doesn't fucking happen. You lost call my ass. Like, okay, 2 red flags. And then, like, if you are blowing up a girl's phone, red flag.
Okay, but in that sense, he was trying to figure out where you were.
There's a fine line between communicating and like call text versus 15 calls and like 12 text messages.
Okay, were you
DMing?
But if he called you that many times, was that mean you were picking up your phone?
That's psychotic at that point.
Okay, but I'm just saying. But if you called that many times, that means you weren't picking up your phone.
No, that's because I told him that I'm not interested anymore. Have a good night.
Okay. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm just saying, like, because again, I think I told you my ex, like, she called me 30 plus times, and I was asleep. No. That was on me.
Fucking red flag. Don't talk to this stuff.
I'm just saying, like, I thought it was like you. So you told him, like, hey, yeah, this is it. I don't want to. Again, he still persevered and was like, no, like, I drove all the way.
There's a fine line between persevering and a psychopath. Okay,
okay, but that's
about the psycho end of the spectrum.
Okay, but there's a fine line for everybody being a psychopath at some point. So, like, yes, I get it how that's psycho for you because you're like, yo, no. And he's like, hey, yo, nah, I'm going to keep going. Like, I get that, but, like, I don't know. But, okay. So,
I'm just saying, those are red flags. Like, I wouldn't want to.
Okay, so that was 2 red flags. So, him showing up late, and him lying.
Simple. I don't want someone that's hour plus late because obviously they don't show time management skills. They don't show good communication. That the fact that they didn't communicate they were going to be that late. They have bad communication skills. That's just from the get go. I don't need to know anymore to get into a relationship to know that.
Of course, yeah. No, everyone wants their time to be valuable. So, like, I understand that. I'm the same way with that. I'm like, if a girl doesn't respond to me in a reasonable amount of time, then I'm like, okay, yep, I shouldn't even text her in the first place because I don't know. But I wouldn't have known till she responded 4 hours later or something. I don't know. Okay, so what? That's 3 flags for the guy. Was there any other that he presented?
Oh yeah. He showed, like, he started, like, gaslighting and, like, all the messages. I got paragraphs of messages. And the fact that he messaged me and he didn't get the hint that I did not want to talk at the time. And he still continued to, like, go into, like, my Instagram and, like, all their social media. And I was like, dude, it's the first date. Like, you're crazy.
But quick question. How did y'all connect? Because that is already saying something.
It was through social media.
See, that's why you don't do that. You already messed up right there.
That's how people meet. But, like, we talked and, like...
Not really.
We were on FaceTime. Like, we actually...
But, like, just like how you are in the world, you present yourself in a certain way. So social media is already showing one side of you. And then you're going to try to talk to someone like, no, that don't. And was this the first time you are meeting face to face?
In person. Like, we talked on the phone. We FaceTime.
See, that's where you stop. That's a red flag on you. Yes, you always have to meet the person in person before you ever go out on I get that was like y'all's first date, but like we still don't know.
People meet people. It's on a first date.
Yeah, if it's a blind date, I get that. Like, that's different. Blind date, ooh, mystery, but you already talking to the dude.
You think like Tinder and stuff, how people meet? It's through a first date. People meet each other online.
social media is designed to be like that.
Every social media platform is designed that way. You can meet people in many different ways.
I understand that, but best believe some shawty that think I'm cute or whatever DM me, I'm be like, no, I'm sorry. Like that's just me. I'll reach out. I only use social media to reach out to people I know personally. So, and yeah, there's those people you think that are cute.
You're limiting your playing field, I think.
But my playing field is safe. You put yourself in danger. So, yeah. This is a safe court here. This is a safe court. You said, let me go ball in the trenches real quick. This is a lot of opportunity. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. See, that's a red flag for you. You like the ball in the trenches.
I don't talk to anybody. Like they generally have to show good qualities. But like, I'm glad I beat that one. Like that one was
okay.
No, but I really like my boyfriend I had for 5 years before my ex. We met on Instagram.
I'm not gonna say anything about that one.
We had a great relationship.
Okay, but that was different also because y'all happened to go to the same high school.
No, we didn't go to the same high school.
I thought y'all went to the same high school.
No.
Okay, I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't know how you met him. I know that now. I'm just saying.
It's just another platform. Social media is just another platform to meet people. Just like Tinder is, Twitter is, just like Snapchat is, just like Facebook.
I know, and that's how I said I met my ex, the one that called me. Well, granted, it was only different because I had already met her before. We met in high school. And then we just happened to add each other on Instagram, and then she specified that she liked me. I was like, okay, let me shoot my shot, and bingo, and then go out on a date, and then start dating, and stuff like that. But then, yeah, that's when I saw those red flags, and then I was like, I gotta go, because this is too wild. But again, it just shows, and this is, our research is proved right now, Instagram is not a good place to try and date someone.
I don't agree, but...
Okay. All right.
But
this is also why I don't trust dating apps per se. Because same shit. I mean, I know it goes a little different.
App girl, so I'm not on dating apps, so I don't go on dating apps. That's not my realm that I like. But I don't know. Maybe I should. Low key.
Oh. She find all these weirdos on Instagram. Imagine what you don't find on Tinder and Hinge and you do that and don't tell me those stories. You'd be like, Ray, I almost got kidnapped. I'd be like, damn, that's crazy.
Really? Low-key, I almost got kidnapped. I really felt like I was getting kidnapped the other night.
That's because you found a guy on Instagram that you just...
That Jeffrey Dahmer shit. No.
Okay, that's different. Jeffrey Dahmer. We're not talking about Jeffrey Dahmer. That's a whole different situation. It's a whole situation. He was fucking men and boys of the same size, but
yeah.
But I'm just saying.
But yeah,
okay.
Red flags.
Yes.
Red flags, like it really it's just trying to see what qualities that person has, and if it's something that you're not compatible with, or something that is not going to go well when you're in a relationship. What's the point?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they already have 15 fucking red flags. Obviously, that relationship's not going to work out.
I don't know.
It's not to work out. If you're dating well, and you're not seeing any red flags, gentlemen, or whatever, yeah, go for it. It's a good candidate.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get too many, run the other direction.
If he gets some money?
No, what?
I didn't hear what you said.
I said if you get too many, you have to run the other direction.
Oh, of course, yes, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, the thing I do have to say for females, a red flag I've noticed is a red flag to me is if I ask a girl to do something and they're like, either they push it off, like knowing that they're free, but of course I wouldn't know that, but don't offer another like, oh, you want to hang out Friday? I'm busy Friday. But, like, don't try to be like, hey, but I'm free Sunday instead. Like, I don't know. That's a red flag to me. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I can see that because then they're not that interested.
Yeah, and then, you know, it has to keep following up like, oh, so you free next week or whatever. And then I just feel awkward at that point because she's not offering.
You know, one other red flag, this happened a couple of times to me. I don't even think guys know that they do it. Like, I just think they just don't have enough experience or someone never told them. But, like, when you're asking a girl on a date or even meeting at lunch, something casual, or meeting at a coffee shop, or if you want to be something casual, and you ask the girl to go eat with you, don't ask the girl, you have to be assertive. Like, don't ask the girl, be like, okay, so where are we going to eat? Don't do that shit. Like, literally, girls are like, that is so unattractive. Like, just be like, hey, let's meet at this place this time. Because girls like that assertiveness and that direct conversation. Okay,
wait. Whack up. So you're saying, are you saying I've already asked her before, like, hey, let's...
No, like, say, like, you guys are like, be like, hey, would you want to meet up for lunch? Or blah, blah, blah. Or dinner. Can I take you out to dinner? Type of thing. You want to get to know her type of setting, okay? Mm-hmm. Taking her to lunch. Okay, and then you pull out of your ass, where do you want to eat? Don't ask me to go on a date or to meet with you and then ask me what I want to eat. Like, be fucking assertive.
Okay, but I would only ask that if, again, they're like you're half and half vegan. You switch your fucking mind every weekend.
But so something with variety.
I know, but I'm just saying, if I know no vegan places and I know you do, I'm going to ask you, like, oh, but at the same time, in that aspect, I'd probably not ask you because I'm like, okay, I'm going to find out for myself. I'm probably...
It's just the maturity of a guy when in the dating world, if he's assertive or not. Like, if he's not, he obviously doesn't have either a lot of dating experience or, like, a lot of experience in that realm. So I'm not going to be straightforward and direct.
I don't know if I agree with that all the way.
I'm the girl in this situation, okay?
I know, but I've gone places with people, and, like, for example, like a girl I was talking to at school, and we ended up whatever. We got on the topic of sushi or something, and then she asked me if I like sushi. I was like, cool. And then I was like, do you want to go get sushi? Because you keep talking about it. She's like, yeah, sure. So,
different. Did you pick out the sushi place?
Well, I just went to a random sushi place. Yes, I didn't ask her.
Yeah, you didn't ask her. Be like, so which sushi place are we going to? Like, no. Like, it just shows maturity level. Like, versus a guy is like, hey, then let's go to this sushi place. Versus, hey, do you know of a sushi place? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know any. Then
but I guess this is kind of back and forth-ish, but, like, let's say it's at school, right? And, like, girl is a junior and the guy's a sophomore, and he doesn't know that many places around school.
Look it up. Then look that.
No. And I'm accepting that. Yeah, he could look up himself and like, okay, what's around? I can take her somewhere. But like, if she's a native, wouldn't it be better to ask? He'd be like, oh, well, you know all the good spots. Where should we go?
The first date, it don't matter. The first date, it don't matter. The only that matters is that they're taking initiative.
Okay. I mean, I'll take that part because the guy does have to take initiative. But I feel like we already do so much at that point to get to that point. So it's like that's why I'm like
what?
Well, we're the one that's approach you because you never approach us. Mm-hmm. And that's something that sucks.
I'm old school like that. I'm never gonna go up to a guy and like. Like, that's not me.
I know, but you're a strong, independent woman, so why can't you do it yourself?
I just don't. I like old school type of, like, I want a guy to take initiative, especially if he thinks I'm attractive. Like, I don't want someone, like, I get fucking pissed off. Like, when I know, like, I was sitting like in the library one day, and I could tell these group of guys, they were staring at me, and they noticed me. So I'm being obvious as shit, right? Like I want them to come talk to me. But none of them wanted to take initiative. And I was like, that's cool. But don't be going on your Snapchat and fucking Instagram saying, man, I wish this was me, cuff season, and blah, 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 blah. And they don't know how to talk to a girl. And I'm just like, this is your fucking problem. Like,
I know, but it's just, I don't know. Like, the fact that guys have to do it repeatedly over and over, it's just like, I don't know. It takes us off. It's like, okay, like.
It grows, it makes you get some balls.
I know. I'm just saying, like, that's why there's that trend going on TikTok right now. Like, guys saying, if a girl shoots her shot, she's 99% gonna make it because, you know, guys not, unless she's like ugly as fuck, then yeah, we'll turn her down. But, you know, if you're a good looking girl and you just come up to me like, hey, I think you're cute, blah, 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 or like not even ask out on the first date, because I would ask on the date. But if she's like, oh, you know, I think you're cute, blah, blah, can I get your number? I'm not gonna turn her down. I'll be like, okay, shit. Like, I don't know. But the fact that guys, it becomes like it's like a 9 to 5.
Guys like so guys enjoy the. So when a girl makes an initiative or whatever, I don't know. It's not the same. It's really not, because guys enjoy the kids. They enjoy what's next. They enjoy the question mark and getting to know her or whatever.
Oh.
So when a girl's initiative and taking assertiveness, she's kind of taking the role.
You know, but no, she's just doing it that one time. It doesn't mean she's the man.
No, I'm just saying, like, she's kind of grows some more balls
but
than
I'm just
you have.
saying that one time. If it's just that one time, I would be, if like my future wife were to be the one to initiate it, and I did everything else that the man should do, I would be like, that's fucking great. I'd be like, my kids be like, how do you meet? Your mom came and approached me, telling me she liked me, instead of me having to do what a man does every day and be like, hey, yo, Shotty, I think you're cute. I'll probably take you out. All that shit.
Don't say that. Don't say that shit. Don't ever.
Hey, yo, Shotty, let me get your number. Like, that's what, you see how it gets boring? It's like,
red flag on the play. If a guy ever calls me Shotty,
I'm just putting an example. I'm not calling no girl Shotty. I mean, I do it as a joke like that, but
They do though. They do.
No, I said I'm just put niggas.
All the fuck time. I was like, I don't know. He did not just call me Shotty.
No, that's a compliment. I don't know. Because would you rather a guy call you Shotty or call you bitch? Like, I would hope you.
Don't call me either. Don't call me a bitch either.
I don't know. I've seen it do like, hey yo, bitch, come here, like that, and she like, oh, he called me bitch. Like, no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's y'all wild out here, so I'm just saying.
Fuck no, not this gal.
Don't even.
No,
okay.
not me.
You're part of that bunch. You just don't want to admit it. Everything that led to this podcast right now, that applies to mind you, before we even got here, we were supposed to start at 7:30, and okay, I get it, you had to get ready, fix your room, and then whatever the fuck happened when we started recording, I had to cancel that shit, and then we got to this one right now, so
We're
doing all right. Okay. Let's see. Another red flag for females. Okay. I know this is kind of tricky, because I know girls, y'all like to spend time with your significant other, but I don't like it when you want to spend every moment with me. Is that bad?
No, I agree. I think with every relationship, there has to be a good balance, because any relationship that I found, like, that felt like they can't be their own person, like they have to be with that person every step of the way, and they lose their self-identity at that point. Like, I think relationships are much stronger when you have that independency, when you have your own lives, but you come together and you generally have a good time. That's what I look in a relationship. I hate when girls are attached to the hip to their guy, to their boyfriend.
I know, but that's just how people depict relationships. Like, my girls.
I know. I hate that shit. Like, I genuinely do. And I don't care how much hate I get for that. Like, they're just like, oh, I love him, I can't be without him. And I'm just like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm like, that part, it does drive me crazy. Especially when, like, high school.
Okay, high school's different.
They go to college. They go to this college together and blah, 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 blah. And then they have no independent lives.
Yeah, but it's like, because you're already seeing yourself with that person.
And it's fucking toxic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I agree.
In their own, it gets toxic in their own ways.
I mean, I dealt with that last year.
So, I saw this research where it said that that long distance relationships generally last longer because you generally have your own independent lives, both growing. Okay, you're growing in individuals, but then you're coming together and you have that time of. You missed each other, and you generally have good times. You go on dates. You don't sit in the house and watch TV all day. You generally go and date, right? I hate when people don't date anymore. They just sit in the fucking house in their sweatpants, and then they just fucking watch Netflix.
That's a date because, like
that's you can do that once in a while.
Okay, well, no, every time then, yeah, like boring.
No. But generally do that. They don't go out. They don't get dressed up.
You have to think their financial situation.
No,
I know. I'm just throwing spitball. I'm just trying to be devil's advocate here. Okay, that's what I'm doing. But
no, shit. That's great.
Okay. But no, I mean I agree because that's what drove me away from my second ex because that's what drove us to having a break because the bitch would call me every day and I was like I can't do this. She'd be calling me during class. Huh?
Like, I think you generally should talk every day. Like, that should be a requirement. But
okay, let me go into detail. So she called me when I was in class, and I was like, whoa. No. I showed her my class schedule, like, you cannot call me during class. So, okay, got it. Then I would go to, like, this was when it was full in person, so I had a whole 9 to 3 class every day. Then I'm like, okay, let me go eat lunch at 4. She called me while I'm eating lunch. I'm like, I don't want to be disrespectful, like smacking in your ear. So I'm like, again, call me when I get home. Went home, and then I'm doing homework, and that's when I would talk to her. But sometimes I'd be like, okay, like I have to hang up because it'd be some math shit I have to figure out, and I couldn't be doing math while she's talking about her day and shit like that. Then also, my ex had like 5 brothers. So they were being loud as fuck in their house, and all I'm hearing is and all that shit. I'm like, okay, I can't hear you. Yeah, I'm doing my work, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, you just had to find a good balance and communicate. Like I would be, like my rule was my ex would love to. He would like to call me when he's on the game. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to talk to you while you're on the game because you're trying to focus on 2 things at once, and I know you're focusing on one thing more than the other. That shit would I'd be like, okay, talk to me when you're done. So then I would hang up and because there's no conversation then. Okay.
But that's possible. You can, yeah.
No, I hate that. I hate it. Like, I don't like talking to guys when they're on the game. Because then there's no conversation. They're just them yelling at the fucking game and focusing on that. I'm like, that's fine. If you want to have your playtime, go have your playtime. I don't care.
I know, but like, okay? I'm saying that in the fact is like, if a guy, because we guys, we can game quite a lot and like maybe a long period of time. So maybe like, what if he games till he goes to sleep? Then you don't talk to him because then he's just like, let me.
Again, that's the priority. I
mean, I get that, but I don't know. I mean, I was like that. I would talk to her while I was on the game, and she thought it was cool. Yeah. She was like, "Look at Ray arguing," and she's like,
"Hey, that's okay." But imagine this. I think she would have appreciated it much more and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna take this time. I'm gonna put the game away, and we're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about your day. I'm gonna talk about how you're doing. Just having a good, genuine one-on-one conversation. She would appreciate that so much more than you playing on the game.
I mean, I get that. In a relationship aspect, yes. Talking to your partner, you're sacrificing time. Like, okay, I could play the game another time. And then, let me talk to it.
Right. But these are things that guys don't think about, and they're just like, oh, it's fine. It's like, no, like, your relationship could be so much better if you just took that extra 20, 30 minutes and be like, hey, I'm going to put this down for a second. I'm going to focus.
Hey, I get that. I understand.
For me, that's like a must for me. Like,
okay, but does the same apply if y'all live together? So you'd rather, if you're sitting right next to him and you see him playing the game, and he can like look at you while playing the game, you would still be like, no, I want you to.
If it's casual, yeah, whatever. But like, if I'm like wanting to talk to him about my day, or like wanting to him to talk about something serious, or blah, 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 I'm not going to talk to him while he's playing on the game. I'm going to let him do his thing, and then I'll be like, hey, can we talk later? And I expect him to take that time to hang up the game and actually talk to me.
I'm just asking. Don't target me.
I'm just saying, because girls don't like talking about these things sometimes. They just feel like they're stepping over boundaries, or they're too scared to talk about it, or they get defensive, or like me, I'm a pretty straightforward person. If I don't like something, I'm gonna tell you, like, and then I expect you to make a solution out of that as well. If you don't do shit, red flag, right? Obviously, I don't really care that much about my opinion or like what I thought about X, Y, and Z. It shows that. It just shows like, oh, you didn't really care? Okay, noted.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. I've had enough relationship experience where I'm just like, I know what I'm able to put up with, and I know what I'm definitely not ever.
I mean, that makes sense. You've been in a relationship for 5 years. I got that.
Not just that. I've been in a relationship before that, and it's just a learning experience. But it's things like, I think as females, we need to stand up and be like, hey, like, I'm not putting up with this shit, instead of putting up with it, and then they get built up anger, and then they fucking explode and they're like,
well,
what the fuck is this coming?
Again, like you said, they just bottle it up and then release it.
Yeah. And I'll bottle shit up sometimes, but like generally, I'm a pretty good.
Okay.
And I'll tell you how it is. Like, I'll tell you how I feel about it. It's you of whatever you want to do with that information.
Okay, I got it.
You know?
Okay. Okay, I have another question. So, how do you feel if your man has a girl best friend?
It really depends how they're. I think it really depends how they're. More so how I think it's important that if they do, I think, in a sense, guys and girls can be best friends. I have guy best friends because they're just my lifetime. They're like lifetimers, you know? But there has to be a sense of, if the girl or the guy in this situation, for my sake, has no interest in knowing my significant other, obviously there's other.
Wait, you said if they have no interest.
Right. There's other intentions.
Okay.
So for example, you had a girl best friend.
Yes.
Okay. If she was willing to talk to me, be best friends with me, generally has a good conversation with me, versus she doesn't say shit at all. Like, I just know she fucking exists and they hang out. Absolutely not. That's how, she has other intentions when you're out of the picture sometime, or that's the person that he confides in for emotional support, and that should be you in that sense. Okay. I think guys and girls can, but there's a fine line between it. I think the biggest thing is, like, if the girl is really generally not interested in knowing anything about me and generally doesn't want to have any conversation, because I've met girls that are like, that my ex was great friends with. She would invite me over to her lake house, and we would have good conversation, invite me out to parties with her, and like, that's what girls do. But if they're just like distant about it and they have no intent of knowing her, or like, if that's your best friend, of course you want to know. Especially if it's your guy best friend, you want to know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. That's also how my second relationship ended pretty badly, because I had a girl best friend at the time, and my girlfriend or ex, because I went to the rodeo with my best friend, I posted it. And again, I had already let my girl know at the time. I said I have a girl best friend. I would mention her in our conversation, whatever. And the only difference was my girl's best friend lived in Tomball, and then my girlfriend lived in Houston. So they never got to know each other because, again, I was in San Antonio.
Again, in a way, that's kind of the girl best friend's fault. Especially that the girl is always in the relationship, your girlfriend will always feel threatened by her in some way. But if you can relieve that threat, and feel comfortable, then there's no...
Yeah, I mean, I guess I never had that chance for...
And that's not a you problem either. That's not the guy's... That's on the girl best friend. If you notice that the girl best friend is not putting any... Or if the girlfriend expresses that to you, like, hey, she doesn't even want to get to know me, she doesn't talk to me, then that's a red flag. You're like, hey, like...
I know.
Girl best friend... Either A, doesn't like the girlfriend, or B, she has no intention of talking to her because she has a...
I know, but I felt like in that situation, the girl best friend I had would just ask my ask me about my girlfriend. So yeah, I guess she wasn't like actually planning.
No, she wasn't a threat. Yeah. If she was, then obviously there's no threat there.
But yeah, no. Yeah, that went pretty badly to where we got in a little triangle arguing.
No, and I've been in that situation too, where my boyfriend at the time had a girl best friend from like freshman year of high school, but because she never took, I've dated him for 5 years. Never in that time she's ever wanted to talk to me. I had her on Snapchat, had her on social media. I had her number. Never once wanted to ever contact me. But she would always invite my boyfriend to come to events, to come to birthday parties, across town, to come, like, and I would not be invited.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's
okay.
Because obviously other intentions wanted.
Yeah.
In that situation. And so, then from there, it's really up to the guy, which relationship is more valuable at that point. Because obviously, it's not going to work out if neither of them are confident. It's not. Mm. Which one has to go at that point? Which one do you value more? If it's the best friend, then it's the best friend. If it's the girlfriend at the time, then it's the girlfriend, You just have to be mature about it, but that's how I feel. I think they can be friends. It's just what are their intentions?
Okay. Yeah, it is.
Knowing what their intentions.
Well, I guess following up with that, how do you feel if your guy knows a lot of girls? Like a lot.
I know a lot of guys.
Well, that's different. Because, I mean...
It's really not.
Okay.
It's really not. You just have to be fucking mature. I don't
know. I feel like...
You have to know your boundaries, and you have to be fucking mature about it.
I know, but I'm saying... Well, I don't know. Because, I mean, I don't know what y'all do in the military. I don't know if it's just... I mean, I know y'all have specific things you have to do.
Yeah, like me, I'm around a bunch of guys because I'm in the military. A guy teaches around a lot of girls because girl teachers are generally women. So guys are the minority in that sense. So they work with a lot of women.
I know. I feel like we're not seeing the same thing. Like, I feel like, I mean, like in a sense of like, for example, if your man's like, oh, gonna go out with some friends, and you're like, okay, go ahead, and then he posts like a picture or something, and it's like all girls, and he's the only guy. Like, that doesn't make you feel some type of way?
No, it really doesn't, because if they're gonna do something, they're gonna do it at the end of the day.
But interesting. But it's not the same as in you wouldn't feel threatened if they never invited you to do something with them. And
no, of course I'll express concern. Especially, it's usually not like a group of girls. It's usually like one girl that threatens another girl. And it's usually because we generally have good sense.
Okay.
We girls know, like, girls' intent. Like, my ex had lots of girl friends. I never felt threatened by any of them except for one, because we just have that instinct of, like, who we feel threatened by. Because we're girls, we do the same thing.
I know. I just
like guys fuck around with whoever, because they're guys. Like, they know the vibe. They know.
You know, I feel like it's different. Maybe it's just how you are, but I know most other girls, they don't like that. They're like, okay, he's hanging out with a lot of girls.
That's just me. I guess it's based off of, that's a matter of opinion and, like, experience. As for me, I'm not going to go into a relationship with half trust. Like, I'd rather trust the whole person. And if they break my trust, that's something different. Again, if they're going to do something, they're going to do something at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know where. I think that's one of my red flags, I believe, is, like, a girl having a lot of friends. But again, I feel like it depends on the scenario. So, like, military, that's different, because I know you're not, like, just with them, like, doing absolutely nothing.
And I also think it's an insecurity because you're like I know who I am. I know, like, I'm the shit. Like, I know I'm the fucking prize. But if I feel threatened that he has other girlfriends, he could have dated any of them. He could have got with any of them. But yeah, he still me. So I'm just like, I trust him. I don't see that as a problem until it becomes a problem. That's just my opinion. I don't see red flags when it comes to, like, guys having lots of girlfriends, because I don't see why girls having a lot of guy friends. I just, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me personally. I just know who I am as a person, and I'm never going to go into a relationship.
Of course, that's not how you should.
Because what's the fucking point? What's the fucking point? You're just
asking. I'm just saying that's not how you should go into any relationship, either like a friendship or if you're trying to pursue someone romantically, an aspect. But yeah, I got that. Well, is there any other?
How do you feel about girls going to a club?
Okay.
Without you.
Okay, well, you're talking to someone who doesn't like going out all that much, so I don't care. But to me, it only matters how much she's going out. That's the only thing.
Okay, like, how much is a lot?
Well, so I know people who go to a club, like, every day, so that's a lot to me. If you go every weekend, I don't matter, because, weekends, people, that's where they have their free time. I get it. And if you feel like, doing that will get you release some stress and hang out with your people, that's cool. But as long as you're not doing it to the point where, like, I want to spend time with you and you're like, but I'm going to call my girls again. It's like, then that's a problem with me.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I didn't have any problem. I don't have any problem with that. Again, it's just, if she's going like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm like, okay, bitch, you've been in the club 4 times. You not bored? Come on. Come on now. Because again, I'll go out, if someone asks me to. That's always how I've been. Just because you've seen, I've told you my experiences with me going out. So obviously we're not good. Plus, I've always been the DD. Like, I don't really get to have fun myself. So there's that too. I'm the papa of the group. I'm like, okay, let me make sure that girl doesn't get in a fight. That girl doesn't try and take no guy home. And let's make sure she doesn't get kidnapped.
See, I'm rarely.
You're never the DD.
I'm the DD now because I'm fucking old enough and I have to take care of.
That's not what happened yesterday, I'm pretty sure.
No, it wasn't.
And not what happened when I was there last time.
No,
exactly. So I'm saying you're like 90% not the DD half the time. Exactly. So don't say I'm the DD. I'm growing up. No.
Because I don't see the point of going out here. Like, I go out very rarely. Like, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna drink.
I know, but I just, again, but I mean, that's that part of you that wants to do that. I don't know, just seeing that in movies and it just never enticed me. Plus, going out is like advertised more to females than it is to guys. Because guys can go out and not have a great time. It's like most of it guarantee that girl goes out, she's going to have a bad blast. Unless, there's a situation of a guy being a creeper and then ruins it. There's that. But I don't know. Like, most of my guy friends, we're just sitting on the wall, just watching our girls shake their ass and shit like that. I'm like, oh, look at that. I'll be sipping on my drink, but little is it that you see me in the circle. I have my moments where I pop off, but.
See, I like frying ribs where like everybody's dancing. Like, it's not just girls. Like, I don't think.
I know, but I'm saying when you met my group of friends, most of them are girls. So the guys were just like, okay, all right, we'll just watch. We're like literally on the outside of the circle. So, they'll put us in and we'll be like, hey, and then we'll just step out because we're like, some girl's about to come in and shake her ass. So it's okay. I'm just saying.
I guess.
I'm just saying. And no, it's not that different from you, so. Yes.
Me?
Don't you
leave me
face?
Leave me out.
Oh, okay. No. You brought this up. You brought this up. You should have known. This is the consequence. I'm pretty sure there's some Twitter thread of you out there.
No.
All right, whatever. You're like, damn! Oh, shit! You're crazy!
Whatever.
You did this? Oh! See, and then look at you shaking your head because you know it's true. Yeah, Nope, you're blushing. You know it's true. Nope. This is live. Well, not live, but it's live for us, so it is true. And then you be having your fun. You be like, "Girl, we're going to me." But y'all going crazy. People are like, "Yeah, man." Oh, that's. You can't tell me you're the outside one. Like, go, girl. No, someone's gonna put you in a circle. You're not gonna hesitate. Huh?
I was like, no, I'm gonna get in the circle.
Exactly, you prove them up. Do your thing, and your thing end up lasting 40 minutes. That's what happened. And then the DJ seems like, "Oh shit, we get up on the stage. We need a." Yeah, trust me, I have too many experiences with that. And you're laughing because it's I'm hitting it. I don't miss. I'm bop, shots fired. Come on. Nope. It's okay. I mean, this means you're enjoying yourself. But do you do that every time you go out though?
No. I'm more like casual going out. Like casual. I don't go to like the.
I mean, I'm not saying like getting hammered, but I wouldn't be surprised if you do that all the time.
No, I like going to like the line dance.
Oh, line dance. No, you didn't, because you were surprised when I told you about Cowboys. You're like, there's a Cowboys dance hall.
Yeah.
Yes. It's one not too far from the. No, not the airport. Yeah, there's one here.
Okay. Well, okay. Oh my God.
So, what we gonna end this podcast is what I'm. Oh my
It's
god.
an hour.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Miss Alyssa, for joining me on the podcast. The other guys couldn't make it. Dre just told me he had a group project, and Charles just said, okay. So, right. So, yeah, hopefully, you like what Alyssa said. Maybe it was true, maybe it's not. She's a learner. She's in school. She don't know exactly what she's talking about all the time, but that's okay. That's all right. Do you have anything you want to say to the people? Really? Yeah. You're not going to say your big booty stuff? This is what she was going. See, this is part of what we was talking about earlier.
Well, I thank you for having me on your podcast. Anytime.
Oh wow, because it took you 6 times to get on this podcast, but
no, because you asked me last fucking minute, and I always have to plan.
Okay, don't target me. I only messed up one time.
And then we do have some plan to be like, hey, scratch that. Can you do right now? Like, no.
No, we like spontaneous stuff here. That's what we all about. No. You are a spontaneous person. Don't even lie.
No, I am, but it better be on the fucking planner.
How's it gonna be on a planner if it's spontaneous? That doesn't make sense. It's only spontaneous if you write it like, oh, I'm about to go do some crazy stuff right now.
Yeah, but you gotta tell me before.
How am I supposed to know? You are a businesswoman.
Snooze, you lose.
I'm not even snoozing on anybody. I'm just saying. Who am I sleeping on? Yeah. Whatever. All right.
Gotta go.
Well, again, this is Bullshit podcast, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Have a good one.